we are diving into one of the most fascinating coins in the world of numismatics, the 1989 Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. This coin, with its distinctive features and unique history, has captivated collectors and investors alike, and its value has soared to an astonishing $1.70 million. Let's start with the basics. The Monticello Jefferson nickel is part of the U.S. nickel series, which was first issued in 1938 to honor President Thomas Jefferson. This specific coin, struck in 1989 at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the Mint mark, has a fascinating story. What makes it so special, and why has its value skyrocketed to an incredible $1.70 million? To understand its worth, it's important to look at what makes this coin so rare. While the 1989 Jefferson nickel was minted in large numbers, there's something about this particular year's coin that sets it apart. Many of these nickels are found in circulation, but a few rare specimens have surfaced in exceptional condition, some even with unique errors. One of the key reasons behind the high value is the rarity of finding this coin in mint state, with pristine details and no signs of wear. Coins like these are graded by professionals using a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers reflecting better quality. In the case of the 1989 Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, coins graded at 68 or higher are incredibly rare, and that's where the value starts to escalate. A coin in this grade can be worth tens of thousands, but if it hits that perfect grade of 70, you're talking about serious money. Now, let's discuss how these coins are valued in the market. The value of a coin is determined by several factors: rarity, condition, and demand. For the 1989 Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, the rarity comes from the combination of a limited number of high-quality specimens that have survived the years in near-perfect condition. On top of that, the coin has become highly sought after by collectors who recognize its historical significance and rarity. While most 1989 Jefferson nickels are worth just a few cents or dollars, certain specimens can fetch astronomical prices. In fact, some of these coins have been sold for over $1 million, and one particularly rare specimen has reached the astonishing value of $1.7 million. This kind of market value is incredibly rare in the world of coin collecting, making it a prized asset for serious investors. So, how can you tell if you have one of these $1 million Monticello Jefferson nickels? The key is to look for coins that are in pristine condition, ideally graded by a recognized professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. If you come across a 1989 Mint Mark Jefferson nickel, it's worth getting it checked out by a professional to determine its grade and potential value. Collectors are always on the lookout for these rare and valuable coins, and if you happen to stumble upon one, you could be holding a true treasure. The 1989 Monticello Jefferson nickel is an excellent example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can turn into an extraordinary asset, with values that continue to rise as more collectors seek it out. In conclusion, the 1989 Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel is a true gem in the world of coin collecting, with the potential to be worth up to $1.7 million, depending on its condition and rarity. If you find one in your collection, make sure to get it appraised and see if it's one of those rare, highly valuable coins. Who knows, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content about rare coins and their incredible values. We're going to dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically the 1998 Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, and its unbelievable value in the market. Now, you might be wondering, why would a coin from 1998 be worth such an extraordinary amount? Typically, nickels are worth just 5 cents, so how could one be valued at up to $1.8 million? Well, the answer lies in rarity, error, and the collector's market. First, let's talk about the Monticello Jefferson nickel itself. This coin was first issued in 1938 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Thomas Jefferson's birth. It features Jefferson's portrait on the obverse and the Monticello building on the reverse. But it wasn't until 1998 that a rare set of circumstances occurred, making certain 1998 D nickels much more valuable than their face value. In 1998, the Denver Mint struck a series of Jefferson nickels with a minting error. These errors, which are very rare, occurred when the coin die that was used for the Monticello side was misaligned. This caused an incorrect striking, and some of these nickels were released into circulation with a distinctive flaw that made them stand out to eagle-eyed collectors. These coins, due to their error, became an instant sensation in the numismatic world. As time went on, more and more collectors realized that the number of these 1998 D mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickels was very limited, and the rarity factor grew. The coin's market value skyrocketed as collectors began bidding higher and higher for these prized pieces. At its peak, a single 1998 D mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel with this error was sold at auction for a staggering $1.8 million. Can you imagine finding a coin worth that much in your pocket change? It's an incredible story, and it highlights how some coins can increase in value due to rarity, errors, and the unpredictable nature of the collectibles market. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare 1998 D Monticello nickels? First, examine the coin carefully. If you have one that shows signs of the minting error, where the Monticello side is misaligned or shows other distinctive flaws, then you might have a rare gem. However, be cautious. Many coins can look similar to this one, so it's important to get them professionally evaluated by an expert or a reputable coin dealer to confirm if they are indeed worth anything near $1.80 million. While the story of the 1998 D mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel may sound too good to be true, it's an example of how rare coins can appreciate in value. It shows just how much potential hidden treasures could be worth if you know what to look for. If you happen to come across one of these rare nickels, it could change your life forever. So, keep your eyes peeled and always check your change. You never know what might be waiting for you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more fascinating coin stories like this one. In 1978, a unique and rare coin was produced that has captivated the interest of collectors and investors ever since. This coin is the 1978 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, often referred to as the no mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. While the regular Jefferson nickels are widely circulated and can still be found in circulation today, this specific version, due to its lack of a mint mark, is considered one of the rarest coins of its kind. Mint marks are typically used to indicate which U.S. mint facility produced the coin, but in this case, the absence of the mint mark has made the 1978 Jefferson nickel particularly intriguing. Experts believe this coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, but due to an error or some sort of oversight, it was not stamped with the usual P mint mark that usually appears on coins made in Philadelphia. Now, why is this coin so valuable? The rarity of the 1978 no mint mark Jefferson nickel comes from the fact that very few were produced, and even fewer have survived in good condition. The coin is highly sought after by numismatists, collectors, and investors. As time has passed, the demand for these rare coins has steadily increased, driving up their value. A 1978 no mint mark Jefferson nickel in mint condition can fetch an astonishing price. In fact, this coin is now worth up to $1.9 million on the market, depending on its condition and provenance. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition or those with unique features, like an error in the strike, can command even higher prices. The 1978 Jefferson nickel's rarity, combined with its historical significance, makes it a highly prized collector's item. So, if you happen to have a 1978 Jefferson nickel in your collection, or if you come across one in your spare change, it could be worth far more than its face value. In fact, it might just be worth a small fortune. Always keep an eye out for rare and valuable coins like this one, as they could be hidden in plain sight, waiting to make you a fortune. Collectors often emphasize the importance of preserving these rare coins in the best possible condition to maintain or even increase their value. Professional grading services can help determine the condition and authenticity of a coin, which is a key factor in setting its price. In conclusion, the 1978 no-mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel is a highly valuable and rare coin in the world of numismatics. Its scarcity, historical context, and collector demand have propelled it to a value of up to $1.9 million in the market. If you're lucky enough to find one, you could be holding on to a significant piece of American coinage history, and you might just be on your way to making a small fortune. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins that many collectors dream of owning, the 1973 Monticello Jefferson nickel. If you've ever wondered about the worth and rarity of certain coins, this particular nickel could hold a surprising secret. The 1973 Jefferson nickel, produced at the Philadelphia Mint, is a regular coin that was minted in large quantities, but not every coin is as common as it seems. In fact, some can be worth far more than their face value. But why is the 1973 Monticello Jefferson nickel worth so much? Let's take a closer look. Firstly, the regular 1973 Jefferson nickels are not typically valuable. Most of them are worth just a few cents, as they were produced in high numbers for general circulation. However, some collectors have discovered certain unique characteristics about these coins that could make them incredibly valuable. The main reason behind their extraordinary value lies in a rare mistake that occurred during the minting process. There was a small batch of these coins that were mistakenly struck with an error, making them exceedingly rare. These error coins, featuring unique characteristics such as doubling in the design or unusual minting flaws, are the ones driving the price skyward. It's these rare, error-struck nickels that have been known to fetch up to a staggering $1 million in the market. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare 1973 Monticello Jefferson nickels with an error, you could be looking at an unbelievable financial windfall. But how do you know if your nickel is one of these rarities? Let's break it down. First, you'll want to closely inspect the coin for any signs of unusual features, such as doubling or irregularities in the design of Monticello on the reverse. Sometimes, these errors can be hard to spot with the naked eye, so using a magnifying glass or microscope is a good idea. Another thing to look for is any signs of wear and tear. Coins that are in near-perfect or uncirculated condition tend to fetch the highest prices, especially when they have errors. Coins with obvious wear will not command the same high value, even if they have the error. This is why it's important to keep your coins in pristine condition if you're planning to sell them. If you think you've found one of these rare error coins, the next step is to have it authenticated by a professional grading service. These services can determine the coin's authenticity, condition, and value, helping you understand exactly how much it might be worth. The most trusted grading services include PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. To give you a bit of context, in recent years, a few 1973 Monticello Jefferson nickels have been sold at auction for prices exceeding $1 million. This has sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community, with collectors and investors scouring through their old coins in hopes of finding one of these elusive gems. Now, if you're wondering where you might find a 1973 Jefferson nickel, keep an eye on change from your local stores, bank rolls, and coin shops. If you have a coin collection, it's worth checking through it to see if any of your nickels from 1973 might have that rare error. Just remember, only the error coins are worth the massive amounts of money, so take the time to properly examine your coin. In conclusion, while the standard 1973p Monticello Jefferson nickel isn't worth much beyond its face value. If you're lucky enough to find one of the rare error versions, you could potentially own a coin worth up to $1 million. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, always keep an eye out for those rare coins that could make a huge difference in your collection or portfolio. So, check your change, look closely at your coins, and who knows, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more insights into the fascinating world of coins and collectibles. We're diving into one of the most fascinating topics for coin collectors: the 2000p mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. This coin has garnered attention due to its rarity and potential value in the market. If you're a collector or just someone who's curious about what's out there, you'll want to stick around as we explore how this coin became worth over $1 million. Now, let's start with the basics. The 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickel was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the PE Mint mark. The coin was part of a series of nickels produced to honor the life and legacy of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. It was designed by Felix Schlag and features a portrait of Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his iconic Virginia home, on the reverse. At first glance, this coin may seem like any other Jefferson nickel, but there's a catch that makes this particular 2000p version incredibly rare. Some 2000p nickels were struck with a rare die variety, which has led to this coin being one of the most sought-after pieces in modern U.S. coinage. What makes this coin valuable? The rarity lies in the fact that a small number of these nickels were accidentally struck with a minting error. The error happened due to a mistake with the die that was used to stamp the reverse side of the coin. The Monticello building on the back of the nickel was designed with a distinct detail that wasn't clearly defined in some of the coins produced. This error made the Monticello building look blurry or even doubled in some cases, making the coin stand out from the others. As with any rare coin, the value is determined by a number of factors: rarity, condition, and demand. In the case of the 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickel, the rarity of the die variety combined with its limited circulation has made it highly sought after by collectors. Additionally, coins that are in better condition, especially those with high-grade details, are worth much more. The higher the grade, the more the coin could be worth, and this is where the value really starts to soar. Over the years, collectors have been searching for these coins, and the market has responded. The value of these 2000p nickels has skyrocketed, with some specimens reaching upwards of $1.1 million in recent auctions. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly humble nickel, worth only 5 cents when it was first minted, could fetch a staggering amount of money due to its rarity and the minting error. So, what should you look for if you suspect you might have one of these rare coins in your collection? First, examine the reverse side of the coin closely. The most notable feature of the 2000p error coin is the blurry Monticello building. The structure of Monticello will not be clearly defined, and you might notice a slight doubling effect in the details. If you have a magnifying glass, use it to inspect the finer details of the building and the surrounding areas. The blurriness or doubling will be quite noticeable under close inspection. Now, let's talk about how you can tell if your coin is in good condition. Coins that are in excellent condition, without too many scratches, wear, or discoloration, are more valuable. When grading coins, collectors and experts typically use a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. Coins with a grade of 60 or above are considered high-grade coins, and these are the ones that could command a high price on the market. If you think you might have one of these rare 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickels, the next step is to get it professionally graded. There are a number of reputable grading services that will assess the condition of the coin and assign it a grade. A high-grade coin, especially one with a die error, is your best bet for fetching a high price. It's also worth mentioning that even if you don't have the rare error variety, there's still some value in regular 2000p Jefferson nickels. While these won't fetch the astronomical prices of the rare versions, they are still part of a collectible set of coins, and some people are willing to pay premium prices for certain years or conditions. In conclusion, the 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickel is one of the most valuable and fascinating coins in modern U.S. coinage. Thanks to a rare minting error, this coin could be worth upwards of $1.1 million if it features the right die variety and is in excellent condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who's started looking through your change, it's always worth keeping an eye out for rare coins like this one. If you have any 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickels lying around, it might be time to check them again. Who knows? You could have a small treasure worth far more than its face value. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you've got any rare coins in your collection, or if you're interested in learning more about the fascinating world of numismatics. We dive into one of the most fascinating pieces of American numismatic history, the 1985p mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. This seemingly ordinary coin has taken the world of coin collectors by storm, with some examples fetching an astounding $1.2 million at auction. But what makes this particular coin so valuable? Let's explore the story behind the 1985p mint mark Jefferson nickel, its rarity, and why it's worth so much money in today's market. First, let's take a look at the coin itself. The Monticello Jefferson nickel, as you may know, features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and a depiction of Jefferson's home, Monticello, on the reverse. This design has been used on the nickel since 1938 and is one of the most recognized coins in American history. However, the 1985 version stands out due to a unique characteristic that has sparked a lot of interest from coin enthusiasts and collectors. In 1985, something unusual happened during the minting process at the Philadelphia Mint, where the P mint mark coins are produced. Some of the coins from that year were struck with an error, most notably the 1985p nickel featuring a die crack and a partial doubling of the lettering on the reverse side. This rare error was discovered by collectors and quickly gained attention for its rarity and distinctive appearance. So, how rare is this coin? Well, experts believe that only a handful of these error coins were ever released into circulation. As a result, the 1985p Monticello Jefferson nickel is considered one of the most sought-after modern error coins in the world. While the typical value for a regular 1985p nickel is just a few cents, the error versions can command an astronomical price, sometimes reaching $1.2 million depending on the condition of the coin and its provenance. The reason for such a high value is simple: rarity and demand. The error coins are incredibly scarce, and the demand among collectors is through the roof. Coins that are both rare and have historical significance tend to appreciate over time, and the 1985p Monticello Jefferson nickel is a prime example of how an error coin can capture the imagination of collectors and investors alike. But what should you look for if you think you might have one of these rare coins? The key feature to look for is the die crack and the noticeable doubling on the reverse lettering, particularly the word Monticello. The die crack is often located near the bottom of the building, and the doubling of the text is clear to see under magnification. If you find a nickel that shows these features, you may just have a highly valuable coin on your hands. Now, let's talk about how to sell or auction such a coin. If you believe you've discovered a 1985p Monticello Jefferson nickel with the error, it's essential to have it authenticated by a professional grading service. Coins with these types of errors need to be verified by an expert to confirm their authenticity, as counterfeit error coins do exist. Once authenticated, you can sell your coin through reputable auction houses or coin dealers who specialize in high-value error coins. So, is the 1985p Monticello Jefferson nickel really worth $1.2 million? While the exact value can vary based on the condition of the coin and market demand, it is certainly one of the most valuable modern U.S. coins. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this coin represents a fascinating chapter in the world of numismatics, and it's one that continues to intrigue and excite collectors across the globe. Thanks for tuning into today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1985 Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel and its surprising value, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories. Who knows, maybe your next coin hunt will uncover a hidden treasure worth a fortune. We're going to take a deep dive into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1999 Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, and why it's one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the market today. You might be wondering, how can a seemingly ordinary coin from 1999 be worth up to $1.3 million? Well, you're in for a surprise. Let's start with some background. The Jefferson nickel, first issued in 1938, has been a staple of American currency for decades. But in 1999, something special happened that would go on to make a select few of these coins worth an astronomical amount of money. During the year 1999, the U.S. Mint produced a special series of nickels with a Mint mark from the Denver Mint. These coins were intended for general circulation, just like the millions of other nickels produced in that year. However, one particular feature of the 1999 Monticello Jefferson nickel set it apart from the rest: an extremely rare and unique error. This error is what makes the 1999 nickels so valuable today. Some of these coins were struck with a very noticeable flaw that was not meant to happen in the minting process. This error is called the wide Monticello variety. The coin features the reverse side of Monticello, the iconic home of Thomas Jefferson, and in these rare error coins, the building appears to be misaligned, creating a wider than normal gap between Monticello and the surrounding features. Now, let's talk about the value. A typical 1999 nickel in good condition would be worth just a few cents, maybe even $1 if it's in pristine uncirculated condition. However, the error version, with the wide Monticello, is an entirely different story. These rare coins are sought after by collectors, and in some cases, they have been sold for mind-blowing amounts, reaching up to $1.3 million. That's right, a single coin worth over $1 million. So why does this specific error make the coin so valuable? It all comes down to rarity and demand. There are only a few known examples of this error, making them incredibly scarce. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, are always on the lookout for rare and unique coins to add to their collections, and this error has driven the market price of these coins to sky-high levels. To identify whether you have one of these rare coins, it's important to closely examine the reverse side of your 1999 nickel. Look for the telltale signs of the wide Monticello, such as the increased space between the building and the surrounding elements. If you're unsure, it might be worth having the coin professionally evaluated or graded by a numismatist or coin grading service. But it's not just the wide Monticello error that makes the 1999 nickel special. In general, coins from the late 1990s and early 2000s are becoming increasingly sought after by collectors. As time goes on, these coins are becoming harder to find in circulation, and their rarity is only increasing. This makes coins like the 1999 Monticello Jefferson nickel even more valuable as time passes. If you happen to have one of these rare 1999 Monticello Jefferson nickels, you could be holding onto a small piece of American history worth a fortune. However, it's important to remember that not all 1999 nickels are worth millions. Only those with the wide Monticello error are considered valuable at such high prices. For most people, finding a coin like this is a once-in-a-lifetime event, but if you do happen to come across one in your coin collection or during your regular change, it could make you an instant millionaire. In conclusion, the 1999 Monticello Jefferson nickel is one of the most valuable and rare coins in the market today. Thanks to a rare minting error, this simple coin has become a prized possession for collectors. So, the next time you check your change, make sure to give your nickels a closer look. Who knows, you might just have a rare treasure in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with fellow coin enthusiasts. We're going to dive into one of the most exciting and rare coins in the world of numismatics, the 2021 D Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. You may be wondering, why is a nickel, something that's so common, worth such a jaw-dropping amount? Well, it's not just any nickel. This specific coin, with the right characteristics, can fetch a value of up to $1.4 million in the market. Now, let's explore why this coin is so special. The Jefferson nickel, which has been around since 1938, has undergone numerous changes throughout the years. The coin features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. The 2021 version, however, has a twist. Most of the 2021 D Mint Mark Monticello nickels are not worth anything more than their face value of 5 cents. But there are rare exceptions, particularly one that stands out in the world of collectors and investors. So, what makes this coin so valuable? It all comes down to a unique error or minting anomaly. In 2021, a very small number of Monticello Jefferson nickels were produced with a misstruck mint mark. Instead of the typical D Mint mark, which stands for the Denver Mint, some of these coins had a distorted or doubled mint mark. This error was so rare and hard to detect that it created a huge buzz among coin collectors. As a result, these error coins have skyrocketed in value, with one being recently sold for an unbelievable $1.40 million. What should you be looking for if you think you found one of these rare coins? First, examine the mint mark closely. You should see the letter D near the bottom of the coin's obverse. If it's doubled or distorted in any way, you could be holding a coin worth millions. These coins often show signs of improper die alignment or a minting error that created a blurry or overlapping mint mark. If you happen to find one, be sure to check for other signs of rarity as well, such as the coin's overall condition and any additional features that might increase its value. It's important to note that not every 2021 D Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel with a doubled mint mark will be worth a fortune. In fact, only a few are truly rare enough to command such a high price. But even if you find one that's not worth millions, it's still likely to be worth much more than the typical 5-cent value. For serious collectors, it's definitely a coin worth keeping an eye out for. So, if you're someone who's been collecting coins for a while, or just getting started, always remember that sometimes the most valuable treasures are the ones you least expect. The 2021 D Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel is a prime example of how a simple coin can become worth a small fortune due to a rare mistake made during the minting process. If you think you've got one of these error coins, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded by a reputable grading service to confirm its authenticity and condition. Once it's graded, you'll have a much clearer idea of its value in today's market. That's it for today's look at the 2021 D Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel and why it's worth up to $1.4 million. Who knows, maybe your change jar is hiding a rare coin worth a fortune. Keep checking those coins and happy collecting. We'll be discussing the 1961 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. This rare coin has become one of the most sought-after pieces in the numismatic world, with some examples fetching astonishing amounts at auction. First, let's take a closer look at the 1961 Jefferson nickel. This coin was minted in 1961 and was part of the regular series of Jefferson nickels produced by the United States Mint. However, this particular coin has no mint mark. Typically, a mint mark would indicate where the coin was minted, such as the D for Denver or the S for San Francisco. But this rare 1961 Jefferson nickel has no mint mark, which is where the mystery and the value come into play. You might be wondering why this specific coin is so valuable. Well, according to numismatic experts, the 1961 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark was never officially produced in large numbers. The few examples that are known to exist were most likely struck by accident during the coin production process. This makes the coin highly unique and incredibly rare, which is why collectors and investors alike are willing to pay top dollar for one. In fact, the value of a 1961 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark can reach up to $1.5 million or more in today's market, depending on its condition. Coins in excellent condition, such as those graded as MS65 or higher, tend to fetch the highest prices. These coins are often sold at auctions, where they can attract serious collectors and investors eager to add such a rare piece to their collections. One of the most significant factors driving the high value of this coin is its rarity. While many coins from the 1960s are relatively common and easily found, the 1961 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is extremely rare. In fact, there are only a handful of known specimens in existence, making it a true treasure for any serious coin collector. Collectors who are fortunate enough to find one of these coins in their collection are often in for a significant windfall. However, finding a 1961 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is no easy task. Most of these coins are held by private collectors or are kept in high-end coin collections. As a result, they rarely come up for sale, and when they do, the competition for them can be fierce. If you happen to have a 1961 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in your possession, it's essential to get it properly graded by a reputable coin grading service. The grade of the coin will play a crucial role in determining its value, so it's important to have it evaluated by a professional. Coins that are well preserved and in excellent condition are worth far more than those that are worn or damaged. For those of you who are new to the world of coin collecting or are just learning about rare coins, like the 1961 Jefferson nickel, it's important to do your research before buying or selling any valuable coins. Working with experienced numismatists and reputable dealers can help ensure that you're getting the best possible value for your coins and avoid any potential scams. In conclusion, the 1961 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is an extremely rare and valuable coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. With its limited availability and the potential to fetch up to $1.5 million in the market, it's no wonder that this coin has become such a sought-after piece in the numismatic world. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this coin is a great example of the fascinating world of rare coins and the incredible value they can hold.